Hello, Scorpio. I'm Crystal. I'm here to do your professional career business reading for the months of April, May, and June of 2021. I did a similar reading for business, career, job, etc. reading for the first trimester, so for January, February, March, and I'll put the link below in the comment box. But I'm going to start this one for you, and I'm going to say wow, and I don't know what it is because, for few signs, loads of major arcana cards. Major arcana cards indicate major energy. And you have this as well. You have 4 here immediately from the start. And then you start with the Queen of Wands. I mean, this is beautiful, Scorpio. So you have Queen of Wands, Justice, Judgment, and Judgment has been coming out a lot for all the signs. I don't know what is happening here. I think it has to do with the whole, the change that has been happening because, that we are getting more and more aware of because of COVID happening. Then we have the World and the Magician. So let's start here. So whatever you've been doing in your job, in your profession, in your career, if you have your own business, I mean, you have this creative energy burning in you, Scorpio. And you are also the queen of that energy. I mean, you hold it in your hands. The creative fire is in your hands. You're creating. You're very sure of yourself. You're sure of where you want to move to. And that has, maybe it hasn't been like that. I don't remember all these readings I've done. So maybe have a look at that reading from the first trimester to see what happened there. But even if that wasn't that positive, you have learned from there and the creative energy is burning again. It feels like you are, there's a renewal going on and there is this sort of cockiness really almost like, yes, I can do this. You have the swagger, you have the abilities, and you also have the passion to go after your dreams, to go after whatever you want to create more. So if you want maybe another job, or if you want a promotion, or if you want a career switch, or maybe you have a new business idea, or you want to create a new business or your own business, it's now the right time to do that because you have that queen here at your side. And not only that queen, also the Magician. And the Magician, I'm going to start with the Magician because I think that will come in later as you develop these cards and you go through. You will start, that next trimester, so end of June and then going into July, you're going to really start using this passion, this fire, but also the practical resources that will be at your disposal that you will have. So not only the ideas, it's going to become much more real. You're going to bring the fire and bring it down to earth and start creating and really make it real, make it reality. Now here with the Justice card. The Justice card is a card of balance, but also I think it's a card here, especially in this deck. Look, facing your shadow, facing your inner fears, but also your darker side, and then learning to integrate that in your world, in your business. And I think it's important that you do that. I think that's important that you get, a good feeling of who you are. And not only, your assets and your skills and your talents and your good sides, but also, your weaker sides and your fragilities and your vulnerabilities, and to embrace that so that you become whole. Because this card, this Judgment card, is asking you to become more authentic, to become whole. And that is where you have to integrate the shadow parts of you, Scorpio. And I know that a Scorpio is a lot about, they don't like to show themselves completely. They hold something back. But I think for yourself, sometimes we hold things back for ourselves. And then we make a lie to ourselves. And that's not true. We tell ourselves a story about ourselves that is not true. And Scorpio needs to learn to to see that, you know, the weaker parts and the vulnerable parts of you, of Scorpio, are as important as the strong parts, as the parts that are seen. And those two together, you know, the seen and the unseen, the light and the dark side, the weak and the strong and the weak, the untouchable and the vulnerable, they need to work together, because that's how you get whole. And then that wholeness comes out, and then you become more you become more authentic, and that authenticity is going to help you get into, you know, into whatever you're creating, whatever you want to bring into the reality, into the real world. So whether that's a new business, whether that's a job promotion, whether that's a new career or a career move, or a you know, slightly different position in the job, in the workplace you are at, you need to work on yourself, really work on both sides, the good and the bad, the light and the dark. Work on that. I think it's very important, because it will open up a whole new world. The world card here for me is not the end of a cycle, because in some cards and some readings it can be, but here I feel it's you really as the coming out card. You know, you embracing these two parts, and then they come out, you letting them out for yourself first, but then you show them as well to the world. So you don't hold it only for yourself. This work needs to be done so that you can show the world who you really are and what your true talents and skills are, because then if the world sees it, then you can bring it into reality, and then you can get more clients, you can create you know, a better position in your job, you can have that promotion and work on it and become really, you know, very talented at what you do. It's very important. So there's a bit of work got out, but I mean, these are all good cards. This is the center card, so that is really the work you're going to be doing, and this is going to be later on. This is going to be, you know, towards the end of this trimester, so end of June and then going into July. And then you'll be ready to bring it down to earth, to have the rubber meet the road, as they say. Okay, let's see what other cards come out. Okay, I feel that is a past card. It would be interesting if you had a look at the other reading. Okay, that I love that Fool. I'm going to just pull them first and then go back to them. I feel that is okay. So the Five of Swords, King of Cups, King of Swords. Okay. So the King of Cups is something that you're used to because you're a Scorpio, you're a water sign. So you're in touch with your feelings, emotions, sometimes too much. King of Swords is something you're not too familiar with. So let's see. The Sun, that's very good. Hermit, loads of big ones. Another big one here, you know, another major arcana. Let me have a look. Another major arcana here too. So loads of major arcana cards here. I didn't count them. Lost count by now. Two of Swords. An Ace of Cups. Love that as the end card. So let's have a look here first with the Queen of Wands. So I feel that Queen of Wands, I think it's good that you have that feeling now, because I think this, as I said, I feel this is the past card where you sometimes felt stuck, you felt obstructed, you felt like you couldn't do what you wanted to do. So maybe in your job you had maybe a boss that was sort of holding you back. Or maybe you were holding yourself back by not showing yourself completely and not allowing this fire to burn bright, and by not embracing the shadow side. So I think in a way you probably obstructed yourself, but you freed yourself from that. You freed yourself because we have the Fool. The Fool tells me that you're ready to go on a new path. You're ready to go on an adventure. You're ready to take risks. And to embrace that creative fire, risks are sometimes needed. And so that is beautiful. So I feel this is already superseded. I mean, this card is more important, and the Queen of Wands. Now here on the Justice card, the Hierophant first. The Hierophant, mentor, teacher. So maybe here in doing this work, this deep inner work where you embrace both sides, maybe you had like a business or a career coach working with you to bring out, to tease out, your strengths, but also, your fears and your weaknesses and your vulnerabilities, because it's important to know them and it's important to show them. And I feel this Hierophant is not you. I feel this is an external energy that somehow teased that out of you so you could do the work of balancing and integrating. And I feel that with this Five of Swords here, that was sometimes hard. You had to sort of overcome yourself. I don't see this as winners, losers here. I feel that you had to really, this is hard work and this is going on. So you will have help here. Somebody, a mentor, a teacher, or maybe a course you're taking, and something that is, sort of connected to this creative fire that you have burning here. But it's going to be not easy. You will have to overcome yourself. You will have to overcome the voices that say you can't do this, or you're not enough or not good enough for that. Don't listen to those voices. Then we have the King of Cups, the King of Swords. So the King of Cups, as I said, this is probably you, Scorpio. This is your energy, where you are in touch with your emotions. Yes, you are. You're coming out as this higher person because you have done all the work. I feel that this king is more related to that Hierophant, still that mentor, also somebody who helps you cut through, the things the beliefs that you have about yourself that are keeping you back, that are keeping you stuck. And this is a person that's helping you do that. So that can be a coach, a mentor, a therapist. It can also be a good friend that says, hey, hold on, you're talking bullshit here, you're talking yourself down, and you don't need to do that because you have all these capacities. So I feel that here, in a way, this is you with your emotions, and you're the watery king, the emotional king, in charge of the emotions, yes, but still, very connected to that water. And you need a little bit of air, because the King of Swords is the air element, a little bit more rationality, a little bit more clarity and decisiveness. And I think there is some energy there, and probably in form of a person, helping you with that. Now on the World, this is very interesting. So you have the World and you have the Sun together. So coming out, and that's going to be successful. So you're also going to shine like the sun. But on the other hand, you're also Scorpio, so you like to retreat once in a while. And I think you have to be very careful when you have all this coming out and showing yourself and, being reborn. If you do that, sometimes you need to go back into yourself and recharge. Not only recharge, but also, check in. Am I doing the right stuff? Am I going on the right path? I think sometimes you need that time out for yourself, and you need to be aware of that when your energy is very high and you're going, and you're doing all this stuff. Sometimes, you need to really withdraw from the world. And that is also in your work environment, that you need a little bit of time alone, that you need to be away from colleagues. If you have a business, maybe you need sometimes to really take some downtime in the weekend, because maybe you're working too hard because it's all going well, yes, but don't over exaggerate or over exert yourself and then burn out. No, you need a little bit of you alone time. So this card further out, it will also implicate that you need to make some decisions here, because when you bringing the things, all the ideas and all these integrations you have done in all this work, when you bring it into the real world, so let's say it's a business idea, or it's a new business, or maybe it's a new job you're going after, some decisions will need to be taken, and at the time you may not see very clearly, but it doesn't matter, because the Ace of Cups is there to help you. The Ace of Cups will tell you that there will be people helping you, that's first and foremost. But there will also be like proposals coming your way. If you have a business, new clients coming your way. If you work in a job, also a proposal to maybe for a promotion, for doing something different. Those things. So new stuff is going to come in, and that is more out. That's from the moment when you have done all the hard work, the internal work. Okay, Scorpio, so let's have a look here. The Turkey spirit says, give with gratitude and grace. So, yeah, I think you're giving, you need to give from yourself. I think that is also here what it says when you're embracing, that is giving of yourself to yourself. I feel here this Turkey spirit, giving with gratitude and grace. I think it's more that you give to yourself. The gift to yourself is to show yourself to the world. Here, the World card. And to come out, to do the deep work. That is a gift you're going to give yourself, and that is something you're going to be grateful for. That is how I see this card. I mean, it can be a little bit... Now, I have chosen this deck, which is the Life Purpose Oracle cards, and I'm going to be very honest, I don't like them very much. I really don't like them very much, but I just stuck to them because I'd done them in the other readings. It says, environmentalist, you're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and animals. So think how maybe this applies to you in your business life, in your working life, how you can incorporate your love for animals, for the earth, for the world, because you have the World card here as well, how you can incorporate that more and more in either your business, in your job, in your career, because I think it's an element you really need, because you're water, and we are talking here that air, you needed some more air, and maybe you need some more earth to balance all the water you have, Scorpio. I think the environment, and maybe that can also be just, spend some time in nature where you ground yourself, where you feel the earth under your feet. That is maybe a good idea to do, to get more, to do this when you withdraw, to get a little bit more in the solitude, you connect with nature. It's going to help you. That's how I interpret this card. As I said, I don't like them very much. I don't know why I chose them to use, but okay, did do it. Oh, this I love. Dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love. So I think that here it's very important that whatever you're doing, whether that's in your work, whether it's in your career, whether you have your own business, that doing what you love to do is a very, very important element. Because that is going to give you much more strength to face your shadows, to work on that, and then to come out into the world and to become this better version of yourself. It's going to bring success as well when you're loyal to yourself. It's about dog is loyal, and you have to be loyal to what you love, but also loyal to yourself. And I feel that also loyal to yourself is represented here in this Hermit, where it says to recharge, take time for self-care, take time to just maybe do nothing and just sit in nature, or just walk in nature, swim in nature, or just lie down and look up at the sky. If the weather allows it, of course. But to be loyal to yourself, I think that is represented in this Hermit as well. So that was your reading. reading for the business area of your life or the professional area of your life for the next 3 months. I'll soon be doing a video for a general reading for the month of April, as I always do for every month, and I'll be doing a very short astrological overview for that month as well. But I'm keeping it short, I'm keeping it also in a separate video, so the next video you can just go straight to your reading and you don't have to see me or watch me blab on for I don't know how many minutes. For now, thank you for being here, thank you for your support. Give me a like if you like this video on YouTube. Share it maybe with friends who you think you need a little bit of guidance. And then maybe subscribe to my channel. Maybe follow me on Instagram. Have a look at my Facebook page. Also have a look at my rebranded website because I've done a whole makeover of it. And there are some personalized readings there you could purchase for yourself. So have a look, maybe you're interested. For now, thank you again for being here, and bye, speak soon.